Hi, and welcome to Book Chat with Julie. I'm Julie with the North Little Rock Public Library System, part of Neighborhood Services, and welcome to my dining room table. This book chat, I'm going to be a little nostalgic. Some of you are going to know what I'm talking about with some of this nostalgic type reads and things. So 2024 is the year of my 60. I know, I don't look it, but it is. It's the year of my 60. And so I've been seeing some things that were in my timeline, so to speak. And at the magazine rack, of course, they had some magazines that appealed to me. And the first one, right before Christmas, I saw this one, and it's the Closer magazine. But Karen Carpenter is on the cover of the magazine. Now, there's nobody in this world who can rock her Karen Carpenter better than I can when I'm in a car all by myself. So Karen Carpenter had a huge impact on my life with her music and her brother Richard. I still listen to it. It's on my car. It's on my phone as we speak. So it's always playing in my head. But back in the fall, Lucy O'Brien, she wrote a book, a little biography about Karen Carpenter. It's been 40 years since, sadly, her death. And she wrote a little biography to kind of reframe her fame and her fortune and her story and her death. And I wanted to just share that. That was a great read. If you were a Carpenter fan, check out Lucy O'Brien's The Lead Sister. Another book that we have on our shelves in the nonfiction is A Carpenter's Legacy. And if you like to sing along, there are the words to the song in this book, plus the story. And Richard Carpenter actually wrote the foreword to this book. This one's been out for a little bit, but I thought, well, as long as I'm going down a nostalgic road, I might as well look and see what's on the shelves that match my little return to the 70s. So that one is The Carpenter's Legacy. Henry Winkler, who you might know him from current TV commercials. You might know him that he's an author. I happen to know him as the Fonz from Happy Days, a show that I grew up with also in the late 70s. And he had to overcome many things. One, he was dyslexic. Two, once he played the Fonz, then that cast him in other roles, and he had a hard time navigating through Hollywood to get other roles or to be on other shows and things. So this story is a great memoir written, and if you get the audio, all of these are on Libby, Hoopla, in the library, audiobook, ebook, or obviously we have the book form of all of these physically in the library. He narrates this story, and it is the Fonz and beyond, and it's filled with profound heart, charm, and humor, and it's just a meaningful testament to his life and what he's had an impact since he was the Fonz. So, hey, the Fonz. So another little nostalgic road that I've gone down is Little House on the Prairie. So Little House on the Prairie came on our TV screens in 1974. Yes, I was 9 at that point. And Melissa Gilbert, she was also 9, and she played Laura Half Pint, if you will. And this is her 2024 is also her 60 year. So she's kind of gone back. This is a book that she actually wrote during COVID. She and her husband, they moved to Michigan and kind of went back to the prairie life, so to speak. They left Hollywood. They left the big lights in the big city, and she's just looking for a more simpler life. And she explains in this book, as well as her current interviews on TV. If you've seen her, she's kind of making a circuit right now, where she is kind of in an in-between. She has kids that she's still raising and nurturing, and then they're starting to have children, and then she's also, they're raising parents, so to speak. So she's kind of in that middle. So I have a lot to have in common with her. She's also come out with a new website. There's a website. It's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias. And it's called Modern Prairie. And you can follow, join, subscribe, like, however you get those types of things on your social media. And so she has... they do recipes and home and decor, and they talk and they do interviews and they do everything, all the things that those social media avenues lead you to do. But one thing that she has started an online book club. And her first book, they're going to discuss it February 7th. So about the time that you'll see me in Book Chat that night on her website, Modern Prairie. She's going to have their first online book club. And the first book that they're going to discuss, her book club, the idea is to go back to a lot of the classics. And the first one that they're doing is Little House in the Big Woods. So I went down, found the box that has mine. This is my original one from 1974. And I'm halfway through reading it, trying to remember the story, and I'm going to join in on her online book club. So I'm kind of anxious for that. And something that a lot of people may not know, if you were a Little House on the Prairie fan, there was Nellie Oleson. And Nellie and Half Pint didn't get along. They were, arch enemies on the show. Nellie was the spoiled little shopkeeper's daughter, and Half Pint lived out on the prairie. They're actually best friends in real life and always have been, and what they were when they were filming the show. So that's interesting. One of the other magazines that I just picked up just this in the last week or so, Women's World magazine, and it has Nellie Oleson on it, and there's an interview with her, and she's got some recipes, and it just says, look at Nellie Oleson now. So it's just that little nostalgic trip down memory lane as far as some of these reads. I hope that one of these reads will maybe touch you and take you down a nostalgic road, and maybe sing a little Karen Carpenter, Along the Rain. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. That's the song. They don't really get me down, but like I said, I can belt out some Karen Carpenter when I'm in the van by myself and nobody else is with me. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick little book chat, and come into the library. And remember, I'm Neighborhood Services, and I'm to bring the library to you. So if I can bring any of these books to you, if you're local to me and you can't get out these winter months and you want to, read, we have the CD. I can come and help you get hooked up with the audio on your phone, your tablet, to do the ebook or the audio book or the soundtracks, because we have all the Carpenter's music all available on Hoopla and in the library. So thank you again for joining me for another episode of Book Chat with Julie.